With Pathfinder, you have a profound opportunity to invest in young people in your local community. As a business person in a past life, I was involved in making sure that organisations were determined by their capability and never their circumstances. That's called turnaround or transformation. I did then get asked to go in and look at and work with children's homes, over 100 with also a foster agency and residential schools, and I went into that as a business person to sort it out. Sorted it out with a fabulous team. It took years, but what I found is it made absolutely no difference to the outcomes for the young people. And that set me on a journey, on a mission to find a better way to make sure that young people were determined by their capability and absolutely not the situation that they were born into. Now, what I can say is I am world-class at failure because I understand what doesn't work, but I also now understand from practice what does, and what young people tell us they need and what they want is they want someone they can trust in, a trusted adult to help them navigate to make sure they get the best education outcome, therefore the best job choices and ultimately life chances. And we found that solution, and what we have is an investment opportunity for you to participate in it, to create situations where we have mentors. We have mentors for each young person that needs us in those school settings. Because what they tell us is that's what makes the difference.
In 2020, I suffered from COVID at the very start of lockdown. I was then admitted to the COVID ward, which at the time there was only 3 other people who also had COVID. It was a really scary experience for me because I was so young and was uncertain about what was going on. That then led to coming back to school. I suffered with really bad anxiety and depression where I was unable to socialise with my peers and engage in my studies because of the effects that lockdown had on me. So I started with MCR because I was approached by my school coordinator, Eileen, who played a huge part in the journey of me finishing education. She introduced me to MCR, and at the time I had never heard of MCR, I didn't know what they did, and kind of showed me that I would be linked up with a mentor, and was basically told that I could get whatever I wanted out of mentoring. For me, it was just being able to have someone to have a chit chat to. It wasn't necessarily anything in specific, but just having someone every week to be able to just have a one-on-one chit chat to really made that extra part in school quite special.
In 2022, I felt like my life had taken a turn for the worst. I was underperforming massively. I went from a A average in my grading to Fs. I failed every single subject from my English all the way to my drama. And this really affected how I felt as a person. I felt as if I wasn't worth enough. I felt as if I wasn't meant to be there. My relationships with my friends had broken down. I had a very strong friend group that I lost connection with very quickly over a short span of time. This was a result of my own behaviour and my attitude towards myself. They felt as if I was downgrading myself, and because of the way I was treating myself, I was then placing it on them as if it was their faults. It wasn't, but you know, I came to learn that later on, and then thankfully I now speak to them, some of them again, but that took a very long time. I can't thank MCR enough for opening my mind to a different way of life and a different way of thinking. And sometimes you just need to sit down and realise that there's people out there that can help you, and it's absolutely important that you allow yourself to open up to that. It can be difficult, and I know that from experience myself, but I mean, look at me now. You know, I'm happy, I'm in college, I'm excelling, I've managed to get into a relationship for the last, it's just under 6 months. And the first person I ever spoke to about that was my mentor, back in August when I last saw him. And it means a lot.
Invest in Pathfinder and make sure that young people in your local community are defined by their talent and their potential and never their circumstances. It's the best investment I've ever made, and today I'm asking you to make it too. Thank you.